Do you want to know why this one podcaster, why they lost their minds, the MAGA white supremacists? Because for the first time in their life, their white privilege got shit on. When he said, hey, I think it's worth some dead Americans for the cost of the Second Amendment. Oh, they like the statement because they care more about a piece of metal than actual dead children in schools. But what they thought was going to happen, it would be somebody else, right? An immigrant, a brown person, a black person, a gay person, a trans person, a radical leftist, George Soros, Hunter's laptop, Antifa, Bigfoot. They were just dying to blame somebody that doesn't fit into their ignorant, racist, white supremacist little bubble. And that's why you saw so many people last week in your family and friends that were closet racists. And that's what they were. They scurried out like cockroaches. None of them spoke up about women losing their pregnancies in concentration camps, ice and masks being grabbed, beaten, dislocated shoulders, due process being taken away, the weaponization of the government, going after citizens saying, I'm going to take away your citizenship. They didn't give two craps. They also voted for a president and for a podcaster who endorsed a president that's an adjudicated rapist, a convicted felon. Hey, nothing to see here. No one's perfect. But I can't vote for Democrat because, God told me so. So what you're seeing is they're using religion as the get out of jail free card. They can do anything they want and God's going to forgive you. So here's the thing. Let's look at actual atrocities throughout this country. The Middle Passage, 1.2 to 2.4 million people passed away, bringing black people over here. 17,000 Native Americans from the Trail of Tears. 1,862 deaths in Japanese internment camps. Last year, 41,000 people died from gun violence. The year before, 46,000. 36.8 people live in poverty. 14 million children go to school hungry. Almost 800,000 people are homeless. But the podcaster, oh, praise Jesus, it's a revival. Oh, there was 5 trillion people at my church, and I saw more American flags, and Bible sales are up 300,000%. Oh, it's a revival. Because one racist white podcaster was the victim of gun violence in a school shooting. You people are the reason that people don't want to go to church. Because you're a piss poor reflection of everything that Jesus stood for. You rejoiced his misogyny, his racism. He joked about gay people being thrown out of buildings in Gaza. Then he joked about Gaza. Well, there's no buildings to be thrown out of. I never heard that. That's not what he said. Oh, that was taken out of context. You people have your heads so far up your ass, you don't even know when it's daytime or nighttime. They only care about one thing, maintaining the white patriarchy. And I'm going to keep preaching it again and again and again. Until we address the original sin of this country, which is white supremacy, we will never move forward as a country. And right now, that's what we're having to deal with. God knows there is a lot of terrible shit that has happened in this last 8 months. And the people that voted for him are going to find out that racism is very expensive. They're not going to care until they get a fraction of an inch of what it's like to be black in this country, until they lose their job or someone treats them differently. Now, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself. But I don't care if it's my dad, my sister, my cousin. If you're fine supporting a podcaster and a president that's supported by the podcaster, that's an adjudicated rapist, that's a convicted felon who asked for the execution of the Central Park Five just because they were black, who caused an insurrection, who has sexually abused over 25 women, who steals from fucking cancer charities, and did horrible stuff at Epstein Island, we are not the same. I am not going to find common ground. You don't get a pass for being a racist piece of shit. So you can shove your cross right up your ass if there's still room for your head. But that's why we're here, my friends. We must deal with it, and it has to be people that look like me that call this shit out, because it is no one's problem except for my demographic, because we let the lost cause go off without any consequence. They got their asses kicked, and they created an alternate universe and said it's not about slavery, it's about states' rights. Bullshit. Robert E. Lee was a piece of shit. May he rot in hell. He fought to keep black people as pets. Fuck him. And if you worship him, fuck you too. And if you're going to keep supporting an administration that's fine with demonizing people, you're going to be right next to Jeffrey Epstein, and you're going to get firsthand information on who's on the list. Because the only thing that God has done during this election, it has exposed the wheat from the chaff. He has exposed the moral rot within the church. And we're now seeing that the real Christians, the real people of faith, are taking a stand. People like me. And yes, I am pissed off because I'm sick and tired of people weaponizing a Bible where Jesus talks about compassion and mercy and empathy and forgiving thy neighbor, shitting on people just because they don't fit into your version of what a white America should be. Literally, God said, I create all men in my image, that we're all equal, and you believe this country that has treated black people like shit is somehow a great Christian nation. When we threw them in bats of fucking sugar and then whipped them and put them in trees and fed them to fucking alligators. But hey, American exceptionalism is a hell of a drug.